Good morning, Knightsmith. How are we doing today, guys? Let's put that there for now. I have some Pop-Tarts, some coffee. I really should get sponsored by like Black and Brass because I love drinking their coffee. And I'll talk about it every single day. Every single day I'll talk about it. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Copy link. Paste it in the doobly-doo. Brain's not working yet. Where are you? There you are. There's the chat. Properties. Chat is live. All right. My beard look a little asymmetrical to you? And maybe I fried some of it yesterday. Alright, and let's get this shared around. Shall we? Yes. Yes, I think we shall. Share. Copy link. Now let's go to the Book of Faces. Episode 72. Wow. You know, with these lives, oh, that's a great thumbnail. Yeah. Nothing can be done for it, I suppose. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, drinking some El Dorado Gold from Black and Brass this morning. Still too hot. Still a little too hot. But yeah, whatever. Eileen Braden, good morning. How are we doing today? Let's go over to the chat. I'm gonna switch over to the chat screen, so yes, let's see how that goes. Good morning, Eileen. How are we doing? Good, not too bad. Well, usually good means not too bad. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. Any new projects you're working on? That's so hard. Odd. Yesterday I got I was at the shop and got lights working, got most of the ceiling torn down. Recovery from being sick. Yeah, you're telling us about that. So I have most of the shop organized. I have a path to get get my big bench out. I'll have to go through somebody else's space, and they're not exactly cooperative. Let's see, what else was there? Got the lights working in the shop. I mean, I'm gonna eventually replace them, but I bought some LED lights, and oh my god, it's great that you can actually see what you're doing in there. I had one half burnt out 100-watt incandescent bulb. And got the garage door to open. Like, I got a clicker for it. Well, you're gonna see that in the video later tonight. I do have a little video. I took a before and an after, so I'm gonna edit it instead of just uploading it. That's where I'm at. Let's see. And there's a shop mascot. Still need to name him. And the lovely Miss Danielle has already suggested one name, Rider. Like Knight Rider, she says. So that'll be a little bit of a running thing. See what name comes up with, what people like, and see if he sticks. Jill, good morning. Haven't seen your face in a while. How's it going? Yeah, coffee's still way too hot. I don't like things that are way too hot or way too cold. Like, hot foods just really burn my mouth easy. I don't know why. Y'all, I am so worn out today. Pretty good. That is fantastic to hear. Where's Mr. Allen? Still in bed. What a lazy louse. Good morning, little bean. How we doing today? Are you going to cause trouble for your mama? You should. One thing I hate about working on this shop, guys, is that the next day I am so congested, just everything. And that's from ripping the ceiling down and you know, I have to have a fire in there. Oh, speaking of, my dad is giving me a kerosene heater to go in there because there is still a lot of winter left. She's a real toddler now, really. What do you mean by that? Like, was she a fake toddler earlier? Was there two babies, you know, walking around, standing in a trench coat? Tantrums. Ooh. Well, get a squirt gun. Yeah, no, we're done with that tantrum, Allie. Come on. Oh, sweet. I was looking for this yesterday. Knife sharpening jig. I was using the magnetic one. This one has a like a little grip pad underneath. Sweet. That's good. Actually, no, that's not good. Tantrums, bad. Ellie, little bean. Stop throwing tantrums for your mother. I think it's so cute you call her Bean. Absolutely adorable. Oh, I need to share this around some more. Jesus. Oh, Jesus, what's wrong with me? So, I found some new information about the shop yesterday that I might not be able to do that staircase. Or at least how I want it. Because I thought they were 2x8s or 2x12s joists. Which, I guess they're really just 2x6s. Which is kind of strange to me. So the idea behind the staircase, there's a photo in the, or a couple photos in the Knightsmith group on Facebook, and the idea was to have it as a counterweighted system. So the stretcher was going to go up past the joist, and I did some calculations so that the box would equal 2/3 of the weight of everything below the axle, and I was going to bore, like a 4-inch hole through the beams, and I was going to sister them up on the outside. And the point of that would be to have that like 150-pound staircase, really be like a 300-some-pound staircase, weighted so that it would feel like you're only lifting like 25 pounds. And then I just have a cable, run up, so you don't have to lift it the entire 8 feet. Cable running up and then to the wall, so I could tie it off. But I don't know if that's going to work now. I was going to use all 2x material, so maybe if I cut down the size, the size of it, the weight of it, if I make it a steeper pitch, I can cut down weight. I don't know. She has been Bean since the day we saw her in my belly. That is adorable. Oh, that is really cute. That is really cute. What the hell is this? It looks semi-important. Oh, I know what this is. That needs to put aside. Yeah. So, leatherworking. This is a perfect example. Now, I need to find some quarter-round punches. I have half-round punches, but it seems like no one sells a quarter-round punch. And you kind of need a quarter-round punch for these little, that corner, that corner, that corner. This can be a half or a quarter, doesn't matter. It could be a full circle, doesn't matter. Quarter, quarter, quarter. And like no one sells these things. And I don't know why. But I don't like it. Because do you know how much faster cutting stuff like this out would go with quarter-round punches? Quarter-round punches. Half the time of cutting it is cutting the corners. That's my next obsession. Finding a set of good, relatively cheap quarter-round punches. went down the wrong hole. Oh. Sounds like there's a Connor screaming over there. Anyways, okay, so plans for the day. I'm going to edit and upload that one video I took yesterday. Just a little short, like, hey, this is where I was when we stopped. These are my plans. Let's see where we get to. Cut and where I got to. Just a short little doobly-doo. Moving the crib from the bedroom into the nursery here. We're just gonna start throwing a bunch of stuff out. Yeah, it's time to start thinning the herd. T-shirts and stuff like this guy. I'm gonna have to do something with this, but I mean, my nipple pops out freely, so I think the shirt is done. Unfortunately, one of my favorite shirts, clearly. Holes all over it, and chest is all eaten up, and the side is ripped out. It's one of my favorite shirts. I wear it all the time. This shirt is well, this shirt's from World Trade Center. 9/11. Not World Trade Center. Because this was from my dad's best friend, Homer. And he's technical rescue down in Virginia. And he responded to the Pentagon. I think he was first on the scene. Or his truck was like first on the scene. And this is a shirt from that day. Obviously, this shirt isn't actually from that day, but it was made a few weeks later because of, you get it. I'm not awake yet. Not like all the way. I'm like, this is like me just fuddling through things. Yeah, I'm going to start thinning things down. Oh, I didn't post on Twitter. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I don't know if I'm going to make the whole hour today, guys. Oh, by the way, Rich and Eileen, that thing, the hedgehog you got, absolutely hilarious. Because you're right, the hedgehog and the sloth like bounce off each other. It's so funny. Because Connor goes, whoop, 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 whoop. Hilarious. So let's see what is, oh boy, that's a dangerous proposition. Let's see what's in the news. Recommended by Pocket. I don't even know what the hell that is. Why the avocado should have gone the way of the dodo. Well, duh, the pit It's impossible to really digest it. I think it was something like the giant sloth or something ate it and pooped it out, and that fertilized the pit. But people loved it too, so we found out how to fertilize it ourselves, because we can't eat that giant seed. And 10 habits of people who lose weight and keep it off. Don't care. Five must-have features for a data importer. 15 items you should be buying vintage but aren't. How to explain to kids the difference between a mob and a protest. That might be an interesting one to take a look at. Siege of Congress. Of course, that's going to be in the news from Politico. Duh. Wi-Fi's biggest upgrade in decades is about to arrive. That I want to take a look at. Why is M theory the leading candidate for the theory of everything? I don't think there is a universal theory for everything. I don't know if there ever will be. Other than there's a bunch of stuff that's out of your control, and it's going to keep happening long after we've been erased from this universe. There's the theory of everything. It's a little Nietzsche there. A little nihilism for you. Coffee. That's why. Friedrich Nietzsche. Why backers of intermittent fasting believe it can slow aging. How I finally learned to sleep. Okay. This is how your brain becomes addicted to caffeine. Ha ha ha. SmithsonianMag.org or .com. Why is the Smithsonian doing articles on drinking coffee? Okay. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi 6E devices are now being certified. What does that mean? Okay. Wi-Fi is about to get a lot better. Many of this year's new phones, laptops, TVs, routers, and more will come with support for Wi-Fi 6E, a new upgrade to Wi-Fi that's essentially like expanding your wireless connection from a 2-lane road to an 8-lane highway. It's the biggest upgrade to Wi-Fi in 20 years. The connection should be faster and a lot more reliable because of it. Interesting. Why? The Galaxy S21 series and some of their own. There's like a Snapdragon 888 processor. Interesting. So, since it's being in Samsung phones this year, that means there's going to be an iPhone in iPhones in like what, 3 years, 4 years? That'll be nice. Existing Wi-Fi devices operate on 2 spectrum bands, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. Okay. Wi-Fi 6E adds a third, 6 gigahertz, and there's a lot more of it, quadrupling the total amount of airwaves used for typical Wi-Fi. Okay, see, that's an explanation I can hear. I understand. But why is there more bandwidth on 6 gigahertz as opposed to 5? I don't understand that. But there's 2 spectrum bands, and Wi-Fi 6 adds a third, which is, for whatever reason, more prevalent. But why is it more prevalent? Another hurdle is support from regulators worldwide. I don't understand why. Like, what do I don't know. There's a lot that I don't know. Good morning. Good morning, Alan. How are we doing today, buddy? Did you understand any of that Wi-Fi 6E stuff? Can anyone explain that to me? Like, why is 6 gigahertz so much bigger than 5? It's just 1 more gigahertz, right? But they said it's a lot more prevalent. Why is it more prevalent than 5? Or like... It doesn't make sense, is what I'm saying. But I'm not like a radio guy, so I don't understand all that. It's great that there's more of it, I just don't understand why. You know? Yeah, there's nothing really else that I care about in there. Let's see what's in the YouTube suggestions. Coffee with Knight is live. Dealing with a cutthroat. Chris Voss. Shake Poo 3 Triple XL unboxing. That might be something I don't know if I want to go with the Inventables X-Carve. I don't think I want to go with the X-Carve Pro. For everything that it is, I think getting the regular X-Carve and upgrading it to the spindles as opposed to the belt, that's probably a much better deal, I think, for the stuff I do. And it's way cheaper. The X-Carve Pro is like $6 grand. You know what I want to spend $6 grand on? Glowforge. CK is starting to pop up again. Of course, the Thursday afternoon, Monday morning podcast, 1721 by Bill Burr. COVID-19 news. Leather tool bag from Diesel Punk. That's a fun guy to watch. He's just ridiculous. I've been watching a lot of ambient music here. $100 drawer workshop organizer made from pallets. I mean, that looks nice. Over 1,000 separate pieces. Well, duh. So, first big purchase once I get the shop up and running and wired, is I'm going to buy a table saw and then build a new central workstation outfeed table. The problem with all the tables and stuff I have currently is that they all, the floor, instead of being flat, has a very dramatic slope towards the drain in the center, which is clogged anyways. So I need to account for that horrible floor slope. I just need to decide what size I'm going to make that that center table. I was thinking last night it should be like a 5x5. I don't think it needs to be bigger than that, actually, because let's say I'm ripping down a full sheet of plywood, right? You know, it's 8 foot long, so I'm really gonna have 6 foot supported plywood on the table. So that 2 foot hanging off isn't really going to do anything. I could probably go to 3 foot hanging off, which is where I get the 5 foot. Then you add the distance on the table saw bed, and that gives you another foot and a half. And then again, same thing width-wise. I think I only need something 5 feet wide, and that gives me plenty of aisles and stuff around. And 5x5 is pretty big. OSHA inspected Leichenberg machine. Oh, guys, if you ever want to look at something cool that I'm never going to do, or at least I don't think I'm ever going to do, look up Leichenberg machines, or Lichtenberg, Lichtenberg. These are really cool little tools for woodworking. Or you have an anode and a cathode, and you put this like salt and something water mixture onto the wood. You let it soak in a little bit. You plug in the anode and cathode right into the wood, and it burns the path of least resistance from one to the other. Problem is, they're kind of dangerous, and I work alone, so like they're kind of very dangerous, and I work alone, so I don't think I'm ever going to get into those. But they do make some pretty they make some really pretty patterns and stuff. Just the electricity finding the path of least resistance through the wood, really cool stuff. And kiddo's awake. But I think I'm going to start making some stock materials. Stock leather goods like the wallets and stuff. Start getting a couple of those made over the next week or so. What else was there? Stock. I already have a stock of beard balm. I have a stock of cutting boards. Time to just start getting all that stuff together, and it's gonna be so much nicer working down this this pile of leather and getting that turned into things. Maybe I'll even make a purse or something, because why not? Yes. That was actually like, this is actually like high quality Italian leather. It's all what you call it though, it's all chrome tan. It's not veg tan, so yeah, I don't know. I think like a nice purse or something, or a bag that would look really nice out of, really handsome. I don't know. Give me some suggestions as to what I can make out of that. I have a ton of it, guys. A ton of it. So, all right, we've made 40 minutes. I think that's good enough for today. It's burned out Sunday, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time. I'll see you next week.